there, my name is Samuel, and today we shall be taking a look at the 71717 Journey to the Skull Dungeons, which is the final Master of the Mountain Season 13 set that I have to review, which does contain 401 pieces, which honestly is such a big amount, and this does retail for £25, $30, and 25 euros apparently. I would have thought it'd be 30, but anyway, honestly, this is such a good deal considering I have 400 parts. I know price per piece doesn't matter. It's like the quality and quality over quantity here. But yeah, honestly, it's a really good deal. Like, I thought this mostly would have been about $30, $35. But yeah, and also a really weird thing is that all these sets are now $30 and now going to be £28. So this most probably would have been 28 if this set would have been released next year. But of course, you have 4 minifigures, including one of the months, which honestly, it's so annoying why they just keep appearing. Like, the minifigure is literally the same, some without armor and some with, and in the show there's tons of different versions. That is really annoying. But we have the main build, which this does attach to the dungeon, which I will show my shelf. And also, guys, I'm sorry, but I will not be playing the game. I was planning to, but I don't really see how I can play a board game on my own. That it's not exactly going to work. One person playing all 4 roles. It just wouldn't work. But yeah, I will try in the future. Like, I have got a really good idea really down the line for what I could do with it. And rounding off for the final time, we have Hero J, Hero Nia, and Hero Lloyd from their Season 13 Master of the Mountain outfits, which practically again are their Season 11 outfits, which sort of did just kept getting decked out, didn't they, for Season 12 and then Season 13, which honestly, I don't mind that they kind of used it as a base suit, even though I really hope the jungle suits are going to be their main ones for some time. But anyway, here you can see these figures, which honestly, I think these look really nice minifigures. So starting off, let's have a look at their shields. You can see we have Nia's shield here, which that is literally the same one for all of them, which is pretty cool. And you can see we have Nia in the middle. So here you can see we have the ninja there. You can see we have Jay on the left with his armor, which looks pretty cool. And I think the legs are meant to be light blue, because in the scene when they're chained to the wall, I just really noticed it. And then as I was watching the whole season, I was like, yeah, I think they're wrong. But yeah, I think they actually are wrong. But anyway, there you can see we have Nia on the back, her printing, which is pretty cool. And then the front is so exciting. Hopefully she will get a season there. You can see Jay's unhappy face, and there is his back printing with his happy face. And there is Nia's more happy face, and then there is her even more happier face, so I guess that's more of a stern face. And then moving over for Lloyd, you can see he looks pretty angry here, and thankfully he's getting a new face print. You can see all the details, which look pretty cool. And don't get me wrong, I really like these outfits, but the thing, I feel like they're just too more, like, they're set. You can't exactly, they're great, don't get me wrong, they're really good outfits, most probably my top 5, but the thing that stops them from being my favourite is the fact they're really specific for, like, Master of the Mountain, I think. Unless if they show up at the beginning of the next season, that would be really awesome. But anyway, there you can see that, which is really awesome. Now let's take a look at Mert, the only months, clearly. And then here we have Mert, which honestly, I don't get this. There are so many different characters. Like, you've got Queen Martessa, then for the Geckos, you've got, the Counselor, then what's his name, Gorch, something like that. And you've got all these different designs, and Lego have sadly only done 2, swapping out armor as a combination, which is really annoying. But anyway, here you can see Mert, who's quite an important one. I would say he's like the one who sort of like talks to Cole, so I guess he has that going for him, which you can see that, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I really like the fact that they are using the dragon armor piece, but I don't like the fact that they've still kept this sword holder there. I don't like the fact that it's there. It doesn't make sense. It sticks out a bit too much, I would say. But there you can see the printing with his abs there and his face. And yeah, you can see he has some back printing with the sand blue. And yeah, you have him, which honestly, I think that is a really awesome minifigure. So starting off at the bottom of this build, you can see we have this snake-like rockery area, which honestly, I think is really cool. Just the way you can move all of them sort of like that way. You can curl them around, which that is the idea, is so you can, of course, make like a dungeon build. So starting off, you can see we have this, which honestly, I really messed up that sticker. You can see it was a mess, and it was really bugging me, so I did decide to pull it off, which did damage it, but I guess that was the price that had to be paid to get that accurate and sorted. But so here you can see we have the area, which honestly, I really like the look of this. I think it just looks really cool. You can see we have the arrow detailing, of course, and then we have that one stud left, which is really cool, just the way that gives it some variation. Then you can see we have some rock detailing, and the And the rock detailing goes all the way around, which is really cool. And you can see that. And the tiles, yeah, they are completely down. And you can see we have the green flame, and then we've got these other arrows. So that is pretty cool, that the fact that it sort of trails up there. You can see the this jagged path, if you want to call it that. And a feature that I really like, you can see we have this red switch on the back. I completely forgot about this until I was building. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. What you do, you press it in, and it literally just fires them off, which honestly, it's pretty cool. And what you could do, if you want to, of course, create more of an explosion, is just try and loosely add Lloyd on there, so you can see he's not all the way down. And then you can kind of explode it like that, which honestly works much better, because then it just has more of like an exploding feature. You can see the orange one, and when you press it in, it pokes it up, and that is what does it, which honestly is really cool. Then you can see we have the 2x2 again with this sticker, which honestly, those are throughout every set, which is really cool. And this build actually is the same as the Ejitsu. I was building it, I was like, this really rings a bell, and I look over to the Ejitsu over there, and I'm like, yes, that's the same. So that, honestly, I thought it's really cool, and it's literally the same from the angles to using the A joint plates, and then using these slope elements, which is really cool. And you can see where that does clip on below, which I have to admit, it's really handy when you can unclip it. For example, taking a look, like, for example, just showing it off, it's just so much easier. And then it also gives you that display ability if you want to change it and stuff like that, which in my updated room tour, which I will do eventually, you will see that. And oops, we've got some finger marks there. But then moving around, you can see we have the big ugly rock piece makes it up. And I love the fact it's so well hidden, because you can see it sort of poking down there. But when you tuck that in, you really can't. You just got like some lava and everything. And yeah, honestly, I think it looks really, really good. You can see we have the cage there, which I really like that again. We'll have a look at that. And that is basically practically the same build as the City of Styx one, and the one from the actual Skull Sorcerer's Dungeon. Then moving into the inside, now the only thing I can complain, I wish they'd filled this in, maybe some more plates or something like that, because yeah, the months and guess the geckos as well, but yeah, they can't actually touch lava. They live in the dungeons, but that's just sort of their environment. It's just what it is. But yeah, that's still really cool though. I like the fact you do have a bed, but it's kind of hard to get them to lay down. You can sort of put them in, I guess. Actually, you can tuck their head down the corner. Must not be comfortable at all. Then you've got this like little desk or a little seating area, and yeah, honestly, I really love the look of that. It's just so cool. Then you've got this like crystal, which I don't see the point of that. I really don't. Should have been orange or red, even if they were going to include it, but still, it's pretty cool. And then if you look at the back here, you can see we have this mechanism, and we have this jewel there, which is pretty cool. And the mechanism, if you haven't guessed already, it's simply just to lower and raise this cage, which I guess is a fine feature. It didn't really need to be here, but it's still a nice little feature that they just added for, like, I don't know, just a little bonus, which is pretty cool, and some playability. And you can see it has this claw arm, which is pretty cool. And then you can see up here, which honestly, I think that looks really cool. And moving down quickly just to show you the stairs again, I really like just the fact that they have this there. It looks really cool, so they can get that up there, because sometimes it's more left up to the imagination how you get upstairs. But yeah, honestly, I think that's really cool. You can see we've got this little bowl and that tooth piece, which looks really cool. And then of course you've got the X, which I'm not exactly sure what the X is for. I still haven't even read any of the game elements. And you have this the ivory blade of the shadow. Then we have the Shadow Blade of Deliverance, which is really cool. And I believe the ivory one is the white one. Yeah, that's it. And then you can see we have just all these like stickers there, which honestly I think are really cool. And it's literally just the same sticker reused, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, you put that there. And you can see the gem in the back, which honestly, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the sword here or not, because I'm going to have so many copies of the swords over the display, and it just doesn't look that good. And then you can see we have this. So that is actually the part for the mechanism, which I may have only just realised that. Oops, I actually thought that's a display. Anyway, but you can see that, which I think that is really cool. I like the fact that you can do that. And yeah, that is basically the build of the set. You can see it looks really cool. You have this red gem again. Not really sure why it's there. You've got the months down there having a rest, as good old snooze. But yeah, that is the main build. So now let's take a look at the little side builds, and then my overall opinions on the set. And also with the cage, I guess one more thing I can say, you also do put minifigures in there. So what you can, of course, do, it shows you J, but you just simply put one of them in there. It's a bit of a tight fit, but you sort of can fit them in there. But yeah, they see that, which is pretty cool. So then taking a look at the little side builds, which literally is just the dice and the like board game character accessory part, which is included in every set, which honestly is quite annoying. There you can see that, which honestly I think that is pretty cool. It's got the jewel molding, which I do like. But these, honestly, I'm not going to put these into display. They're not accurate. They don't really exist in that realm. You get Plunder does mess around with like dice through the whole episode, but I think he even chucks it out at the end, doesn't he? Point being, it just doesn't really make sense. But there you can see that, which is pretty cool. And this, of course, is literally just the same one from the other set. But yeah, there are those builds, which honestly are really cool. So now let's talk about my overall. And now let's go on to my final thoughts of the set. Overall, guys, I think this is honestly a pretty awesome set. Like, I like the fact that it's more of an expansion set, which is good. We have the clip down here and the clip there, so I can attach it to the other set. And the way, if you was wondering, for the dungeon, you can attach it to this bridge. So you, of course, attach it in that area, which is pretty cool that you can do that. But yeah, honestly, I think it's really cool. Yeah, this is the last one for the season that I did end up picking up. But still, it was just, you know, it's a great set, don't get me wrong. But I think it's more of an expansion. Like, if you're not gonna, so this is either good if you want to get a taste of the sets, can't get the big one, or if like you want to get like all of them and build the course, or like a collector like myself here, that is kind of good. But anyone who's kind of not going to be wanting to collect them and not too interested, I would say pass, because if you don't like what you see and you're not planning on getting the others, it just wouldn't be a point. But yeah, in my opinion, I still think it is a pretty good set. And let's quickly switch that around. I will do it after this. But yeah, because it has like a little mark there, that side. But honestly, yeah, I think this is a really good set. So thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until tomorrow's video, I'll see you there. Bye for now.